A Minnesota police officer has been fired after last weekend's shooting of an unarmed black man. A police body cam captured the incident as they were trying to catch the suspect, who was not only unarmed but naked at the time. 4 shots were fired. Today, the chief of police said department standards were not followed and he has taken action against the officer.
Fortunately, an officer fell short of those standards on Saturday night. And as a result, I have taken swift, decisive, and serious action to address this incident. It was an action guided by our values, our policies, and the promise I made when I became chief of police in the city of St. Paul. And while state law prevents me from saying what action I have taken, I can tell you that's in the best interest of both our community and in the best interest of our department.
The 31-year-old man who was shot is still being treated for his injuries. He's facing several charges for the events leading up to the shooting, including criminal sexual conduct, assault, and kidnapping. As budget battles continue in Minneapolis, top city leaders made their position crystal clear. Don't take away our police officers. The mayor and police chief were responding to a city council proposal that calls for staff and financial cuts to the department. David Schuman takes stock of the many voices involved in what the future of MPD should look like.
Good afternoon. Mayor Jacob Fry's proposed cuts to next year's police budget, but 3 council members have put forward a plan that goes further, roughly $8 million further. President Lisa Bender, Philippe Cunningham, and Steve Fletcher say some of that money should go toward unarmed response teams for non-emergencies and mental health crises. The mayor's in agreement about the need for alternate responses. The 2 sides also call for the same number of sworn officers next year, 770. The difference is that the council members ultimately want to get that down to 750, while Fry and Police Chief Medaria Arredondo want to bring it up to 888.
It could be very reckless and quite frankly dangerous if we start to make decisions of reducing the number of personnel that are needed.
Fry and Arredondo say it's hasty to make a decision on staffing levels without the results of an outside study currently being done and without community input. Anna Schmitz with the Fair State Co-op Brewery says, hold on, we've been working with the council. In fact, an open letter to the city's leaders supporting full-time mental health responders has been signed by more than 100 small businesses.
There has been a lot of engagement over the past few months, and now we're really at a time when it's time to act.
Navigating through the differing opinions is the chair of the city's budget committee, Councilmember Lene Palmisano. She wants compromise, finding a way to fund safety innovation without dramatically altering police staffing.
There's a lot of interest in building new safety nets, right? But maybe we shouldn't take away the old one until the new ones are fully in place.
Complicating the issue is how understaffed the department already is. In an average year, the Minneapolis Police Department loses about 45 officers. But since the beginning of the year, the chief says they're down 120. Up next in sports, meet someone who made a choice when he turned 50. Find out if he bought a fancy sports car or a bicycle.